All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Dustin, and I am on the admissions team here at the School of Global Policy and Strategy at UC San Diego. We thank you for joining us today. We've got a fairly short presentation to show you a little bit about the school, our degree programs here at UC San Diego. Please do, as you're listening in, if you have any questions, please do type them into the chat box. We will be taking your questions, reading them out loud at the end of the presentation, and then answering them. We're also recording this presentation, so for those of you joining us at a later time online, thank you for watching the presentation, and please do take the email address at the end of the presentation and send us any questions if you have any. So I'm going to start by kind of giving a little bit of an overview about studying international affairs and public policy at UC San Diego. So we are a policy school located here at the University of California in San Diego. As a campus, we are one of the top universities in the world and regularly ranked as one of the top public universities here in the United States. The campus here is really known for our strengths in the science, technology, engineering, math, the STEM fields. And so this is a great place to come and study both international affairs and public policy in some of these new and emerging fields where there's been a lot of growth in employment. So we emphasize both the analytic and quantitative skill set, and then all students here at GPS do go through a pretty rigorous quantitative training during their time here. We also have a deep expertise here at the school in the Pacific region, which we define as the Americas, both North America, Central America, South America, as well as Northeast and Southeast Asia. We, as a city here located in San Diego, California, we are a technology innovation hub. So there are a lot of startups here. We're regularly ranked as one of the top cities in the United States for startup companies. And we're also located at the crossroads of Asia and Americas, right in Southern California on the U.S.-Mexico border, but also on the Pacific Ocean facing toward Asia. We currently have, here at GPS, we have 11 research centers in a variety of areas from regional studies to policy research. We also have 17 student groups right now for graduate students. These really provide an opportunity for our students to take the things that they're learning in the classroom and applying them to practical real-world applications. So whether that is diving into doing some research in Chinese politics, or taking a student group and doing development work in Mexico, there's a lot of opportunity here to really dive into areas that you're interested in and that will further your career. We currently offer 6 degree programs here at GPS. The first of them is the Master of International Affairs, and I'm going to be getting more into detail into each of these degrees in the coming slides. We offer Master of International Affairs, Master of Public Policy. Next year, we're also launching a Master of Chinese Economic and Political Affairs. We have our Master of Advanced Studies in International Affairs, the Bachelor of Arts and Master of International Affairs, and that is for current UC San Diego undergrad students. We also offer a joint PhD with our Department of Political Science in Political Science and International Affairs. So getting into these degrees a little bit more specifically, our first degree I'm going to talk about is our Master of International Affairs, the MIA degree. This was our original degree as we started the school. It's also our largest degree program here. It is a 2-year full-time degree, and all students in this degree program choose a regional concentration, which includes Latin America, Southeast Asia, China, Japan, or Korea. And depending on the region you choose, you take a corresponding language to that region, unless you already have a background in that language in which you can waive out of that requirement. In addition to a regional concentration, all students in the MIA degree also choose a track. We have 5 different tracks to choose from. And within there, we've got environmental policy, politics, economics, management, and then international development as well. So all students choose one region, one career track for the MIA degree. In addition to the MIA, we also offer a Master of Public Policy, or MPP degree. This is also a 2-year full-time degree program, and like the International Affairs degree, all students in this degree program do their first year of primarily taking the core curriculum, which for us includes a series of classes on quantitative methods where you will work on your statistical analysis skills. There's also policy-related classes. There's a series of economics classes. All students also take finance and accounting. So it's really an opportunity to get a really broad base in international affairs or public policy before launching into the concentrations. So with the MPP, choosing a specific region is optional, which gives all students in this degree program the option to just kind of study global policy, or to choose more than one region, or to choose kind of a broader region or comparative between two regions. So this degree program does provide more flexibility for students who want to dive deeper into a policy area as well. And our concentrations within the MPP are international business and regulation, health policy, security policy, program design evaluation, American politics and policy, and then energy and environmental policy. Launching next year, as I mentioned, will be our Master of Chinese Economic and Political Affairs, and this is actually a really exciting new degree program that we're going to be offering for students who really want to dive deep into research on contemporary China. So, like the previous 2 degrees, this is a 2-year full-time degree program, and one of the admissions requirements for this degree is a background in Mandarin Chinese. So all students coming into this program would need at least 2 years of study of Chinese. This degree program is going to be very small, so between 5 and 10 students, which will allow for a lot of one-on-one research time with our faculty here. And so the different concentrations in this degree program are Chinese economy, Chinese environment, Chinese foreign relations and security, and then the 4th option is Chinese politics and public policy. So with this degree program, like I mentioned, it's very small, and it's really designed for students who are interested in research. So there is a core curriculum during that first year, and then during your second year, your time is really split between taking China-specific classes and doing that one-on-one research with a faculty member on an area that you're interested in. Our next degree program is our Master of Advanced Studies in International Affairs, the MASIA degree. This degree, unlike the previous 3, is either 9 months full-time or 18 months part-time. The part-time option is only available to U.S. citizens due to the visa regulations of needing to be a full-time student while in grad school here in the U.S. It also requires a minimum of 5 years full-time professional work experience. So this is a degree program for students who are looking to go back to school after launching their career in order to advance their career or change their career, but it's geared toward those kind of mid-career professionals. There's also, like the MIA degree, the International Affairs degree, there is a regional component to this degree. We have the same 5 regions that you can choose from, but there is not a language requirement for the MASIA degree. Career track offerings include international relations, international political economy, international public policy, environmental policy and sustainability, and security of the Asia Pacific. I'll now talk a little bit about student life here at GPS. There are, as I mentioned earlier, 17 different official student groups here at GPS. In addition, there's a lot of other activities that goes on beyond these student groups, and they range from regional groups. So all of the 5 regions that we specialize here at UC San Diego do have a student group affiliated with them. And these groups look at both studying the culture, politics, economics, and even some other areas. So they will bring in outside speakers. They'll put on seminars and workshops. Sometimes it's more just a social event of eating the cuisine from a certain country or region as well. We have academic student groups, such as the Journal of International Policy Solutions, which is an academic journal run out of the school by students. There are professional groups. We've got 2 different consulting groups that look at both private sector and nonprofit consulting to really give you that opportunity to work on career skills before jumping out of grad school and back into the workforce. We also have social groups that primarily get together just to enjoy the great weather we have here in Southern California. Well, generally today it's a little rainy, but to enjoy Southern California, to get out and just get to know your classmates a little bit better. There's a hiking group that regularly meets to go hiking. Students get together to play first year versus second year sports, which you can see pictured here with students playing soccer here on campus. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved outside the classroom and get to know your classmates and the faculty and staff here at GPS. We also have a really great career services team here at GPS. They run a lot of different programs throughout the year. We've got 3 full-time staff who basically their job is to work with you as a student here to help you in finding a career and helping you to find an internship and anything else that you need during your time here at GPS. So they begin all of this programming during orientation. So as students have arrived on campus for this academic year over the last month or so, the career services team here and this is an opportunity for you to start working on some of your resume, your LinkedIn, your networking skills before you even begin classes here at GPS. They also run different coaching and workshops throughout the year. They do resume reviews. They do mock interviews. They bring over 60 alumni back to campus every year to meet with students for both hiring purposes and networking purposes. They also take students out to meet employers and alumni in San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento, New York, and Washington, D.C. And finally on here, they also provide internship and professional development funding for students who, during the summertime, take an internship that is unpaid with a nonprofit or a government internship. They do provide some funding to help make that happen. Over 90% of our students do an internship during that summer between their first and second year, if you're in the 2-year degree programs. And it's really a great opportunity to get out there. Over 50% of our students do their internships internationally, so if you have not had an opportunity to live and work abroad, it's also a great opportunity to do that as well. The next question that I have, the next slide is funding your education. So this is a common question that I hear from people is about funding, and understandably so. We do offer merit-based scholarships to about 30% of our incoming MIA and MPP students each year. And in addition, we also have a non-resident tuition fellowship for those students. These are for students who are are U.S. citizens, but they're not California residents. If your application is above kind of the average metrics we have, which is about a 3.5 GPA, 70 percentile on the GRE, we will cover that out-of-state portion for you. We have for U.S. citizens, there's the need-based aid if you fill out the FAFSA. We also have partnerships with CONOCYT and FUNED in Mexico for students coming from Mexico. The campus has a tribal member initiative. If you are a member of a native tribe of the United States or Hawaii, the San Diego Fellowship for first-generation college students, and then we also are part of the Robertson Foundation Fellowship, which provides funding for students who are interested in U.S. federal government work after graduating. In addition, about a third of our students are also have an academic appointment on campus, which can be a teaching and research assistant. Also included in that would be a reader and tutor. So these are working either in research centers or in classrooms on campus. In exchange for your time, you do receive a partial tuition and fee waiver and compensation for the hours that you work. If you go to the bottom website here on the slide, you can actually just go to gps.ucsd.edu/academics, and on the left side there you can get down to the tuition, fellowships, and financing page for more details on each of these scholarships. As far as applying to the school goes, our upcoming deadlines that we have are, actually there is an early decision deadline that's not on here, of October 30th for the one-year MASIA degree, as well as December 4th for our two-year degree programs. And then our standard deadline for the master's degree programs would be January 15th, and the PhD is December 10th. So for each of the degrees, you see on the chart below the different requirements. For our two-year degree programs, we do require the GRE or GMAT. We do accept both of those. That is not required for our one-year MASIA degree. Beyond that, if you're an international student, we require the TOEFL. For everybody, we require 3 letters of recommendation, personal statement, resume, transcripts, and then obviously also the online application. Just a little bit about our students here. With our two-year degree programs, the training degree is not on here because it was starting up next year, so we'll be updating next year with that information as well. But we bring in about 150 students for our two-year degree programs with an average undergraduate GPA of about 3.5. The average age is about 26 with 2.5 years of work experience. And then we do have a minimum on the TOEFL of a 90, and on the IELTS exam, it's a 7.0. The MASIA, or one-year degree, we have about 40 to 50 students coming in each year with an average age of 35 and about 8 years of work experience. And the minimum TOEFL for that degree is an 80. And that actually is the conclusion of our presentation today. Our email address is on this slide. It's gps-apply@ucsd.edu, and I encourage you to please reach out to us with any questions. In addition to typing them in the box if you're watching this live, please do ask questions there. You can also follow us on Facebook. It's GPS UCSD, and we do post upcoming events, deadlines, and other information that you need to know as you're planning on applying for a graduate degree here. So in looking at the questions, and like I said, please do ask the questions in here. One of the questions that we have, and it looks like the answer was typed out in the chat box, but I will also address it for anybody else that's watching as well. Do students live on campus? And the answer to that is yes, a lot of students do live on campus. Right now, a little over half of our graduate students here do live in graduate apartments here at UC San Diego. And the cost for those apartments is generally about $500 to $600 for a room in a 2-bedroom apartment. It would be double that if you have the entire apartment, and it kind of ranges a little bit. But you can check out the graduate student housing page and the general UC San Diego homepage and get more details about each building, and even take a tour of some of the buildings that are some of the graduate apartment buildings. Another question that was asked, can I work while I'm in school? The answer to that is yes. A lot of our students are working while they're here. We encourage you not to work during your first quarter, especially for students who are kind of getting reacclimated to school after having worked for a couple of years. And the reason for that is that kind of getting back into school, and the curriculum here is very intensive, and so there's not a lot of time for outside work, especially during that first quarter. Students are allowed to work, like I mentioned, and a lot of our students tend to work between 10 and 20 hours a week, and those are both on campus and occasionally off campus, but a lot of people do choose to work on campus because it does provide a little bit more flexibility around finals and school breaks and stuff. Let's see. Are there any other questions? All right. It looks like there are no further questions. So as I mentioned earlier, please do email us if you have questions, and we will be happy to help find the answer. If you are in the San Diego area, please do stop by and visit us sometime. We can show you around our campus, even arrange a visit to a class. And again, thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing your application this fall.